So in this video, we'll talk about the ordering system, specifically the dine-in part, that part. Let me give you a brief introduction to the main functions and features of that system, okay? So let's take a moment to talk about each of them in a bit more detail. These buttons functions first. Now here, because this is an ordering system, it's mainly two parts, takeaway and this dine-in part, right? So if you say, oh, a customer suddenly wants a takeaway, you just click on takeaway. Okay, then to go back to dine-in, just click this and it's dine-in, see? Now, if the phone rings and a customer happens to call in wanting to place an order for takeaway, specifically for delivery, it will then automatically go to the takeaway section and display this on the screen. Oh, caller ID. Incoming call screen, you'll see the phone number there, and then you can just take the takeaway order. After you're done, it'll go back to the dine-in side. Now let's talk about the functions of these buttons. This one opens the cash drawer. This one displays Chinese because this system is bilingual, mainly Chinese and English. This can be switched. For example, if I go look now, this is in Chinese, exit Chinese. And if it's English, click in and it turns back to English. Okay, this is log out. Why do we need to log out? Because in the dine-in system, it's usually tied to the specific waiter or server. For example, after Peter finishes an order, he logs out, then Mary logs in and takes an order. That way, for each bill, we know who placed the order. For instance, who was responsible for this table? By placing the order, we are able to track exactly which server or waiter was responsible for this table or for this specific bill. So this is shared between takeaway and dine-in. Here you can see those takeaway deliveries, collections, and which table for dine-in. This is visible for both takeaway and dine-in. It's the same one because the two sets of figures are combined. They both belong to the system's data. So by going in here, you can see takeaway and also see dine-in. Coming back out, this is for the settings. These are the settings for the whole system, the takeaway settings, and also the dine-in settings. The dine-in settings are specifically for the dine-in system, as well as the dine-in menu categories. So for the dine-in meals, for example, how are the tables arranged? How are tables 1 to 18 positioned? And this is for the printing setup. For instance, if it needs to be categorized by department, it needs different printers to print the bills. And this is the that work shift. For example, from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock is lunch. Then a break in between. Then 4 to 5 o'clock is the early bird special. Then 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock is dinner, then 10 to 11 is late night snacks. So different time slots can have different charges. Yeah, that's right. So the dine-in configuration, that setting is adjusted right here. Now this is the exit, and this exit button takes you back to the login screen. This one here is to exit midway, but this one is for exiting the system entirely. So let's look back at this screen for a moment. As you can see, we have today's date and the current time right here. Now this is the shift, meaning the work shift, and it's currently dinner time. The table numbers go from 1 to 18. This one, for example, is near the entrance, right as you walk in. That's table 1. Then on the right side, it's 16, 17, 18, and so on. So this is the layout for each table. And these ones below, besides 1 to 18, you can freely open some table numbers. For example, if business is good tonight, I can temporarily add a few tables, call it, once you click it, it asks for the table number. Then you can use your imagination. Any table number you want is fine. Yeah, so here you can see there are different colors. All right, different colors. Now the red ones are the ones where customers are eating. Okay. And this one is where a customer has finished eating, settled the bill, meaning the bill was printed and given to the customer. This table here is orange, which means someone has booked it. It's reserved. Right? And this one is for customers who have finished eating and paid but haven't left yet. So, for example, some larger restaurants have a dedicated host who is responsible for seating. So, at the front desk, they can see at a glance, oh, the tables where they can take customers now are these green ones. The others are tables currently dining. These ones have finished eating and paid but haven't left yet. These ones have finished eating and are settling the bill but haven't paid yet. Right, and this one, look, this one is actually quite special. It has a border around it. Table 1 is a bit more special. It might be the mayor or a very good friend of the boss, or just some special customers who need special handling and extra care. So you see, this one here is table 1. So we usually give them extra special service. All right, so basically for dine-in, it always stays on this screen, okay, until, for example, a table needs to be opened. All right, we are opening a new one. A customer has just arrived and taken a seat at table 16. Okay, let's open the table for them. Now, when we open the table here, usually the food items and menu options are brought up for the customer to look at and decide what they would like to order. Let's make sure that everything is fully ready and then proceed with opening the table as we normally do. Are placed right here, for example, viewing it in Chinese like this. As for drinks, beverages, or items from the bar are located right here. These colors can be adjusted as you like, but most of the time these are usually fixed. So these are the available options. For instance, if they're having a drink, what mixer it comes with, or some customers are more particular about their drinks, like no ice, extra ice, no lemon, or if they want their glass to be warmer, meaning you have to heat up the glass for the customer first. For example, if they're drinking champagne, those champagne flutes are usually kept in the freezer and then taken out when needed. All right, so this part here is for the food. The ordering method is similar to takeaway. So you just place the order, like ordering appetizers first. Okay. And you can view it in Chinese too. All right. So here it's divided into different courses, like how many courses there are. For example, I'll order 2 appetizers first, then add a divider. Okay. Then the main course. Okay. Then another divider and then some rice. Chow mein. Or some side dishes. So it's split into 3 courses. You finish this, then eat that. Usually the second course is duck or maybe some crispy lamb. Okay, then for the main meal, just order some curry. For this curry, he said no onions and then no MSG. Mild. Okay, so this is curry duck, no onions, no MSG, and then mild. Okay. Then place the order. To place the order, press this accept. It's called accept in Chinese, and in English it's accept. In Chinese it's place order. That's good. So the order is placed. After the order is placed, it will change from the original green to red. This means that this table is occupied. Okay, all right. So table 10, they want to add something. They want to add a seafood steamed scallop with garlic. So add a steamed scallop with garlic. All right, okay. Then maybe you chat with a colleague for a bit, huh? Then, oh dear. What was ordered just now? The second round, that is the second time. This is their second round of ordering. So you look back here. Oh, just now it was, scallops in black bean sauce. Okay, all right. So then there won't be any confusion with the other things from before the first round. That is the things ordered in the first round. You can tell at a glance what was just ordered. All right. So ordering. Okay. All right. Let's look back at table 2. All right. Table 2, they said this siu mai is for their daughter. So they want this siumai to be not served here, but packed as a takeaway. All right. So it's here in food control. In food control here, it says, oh, it's a takeaway as takeaway. So press this. And then once you press this, the kitchen, they will receive it. A notification, that is the printed slip, will say that the SUMI is for takeaway. So they won't serve the dish to the customer. They will pack it. Once the kitchen sees that it's for takeaway, this siumai will be packed to go. Right. So maybe we can look at others. For example, let's look at an open table, table 10. Now, this MSG, this is message, not MSG, not monosodium glutamate. This MSG means that it can send some messages to the kitchen. Okay, so the whole design concept of this system is that the waiters, the staff on the floor don't need to have direct communication with the kitchen staff. Yes. So if anything happens, you can send them a message. For example, this is table 10. Table 10 has finished their starters, so move to the second course, then click cook second. Okay, good. The kitchen will receive the message for table 10. They need to start the second course. Okay, then after the second course, move to the main course. All right. Or sometimes a customer might say, I want to have some wine and chat with my guest first. All right, hold the food, don't cook it yet. Then you use this stop cooking button. Okay, or maybe this one. The paper wrapped prawns haven't come out yet, so you can nudge the kitchen. Okay, hurry up, please, to give them a nudge. Yes, then the kitchen staff will see a slip saying the paper wrapped prawns need to be rushed. Okay. Yes, and you can also click here. This works too. Yes, serve the food immediately. This is usually for more general notifications. For example, don't cook yet, or this one needs to be cooked quickly. I mean, the meals for this table. Yes, like that. And for quality control, it's right here. For example, when the second course is served, or the main course, or if it should be served on two separate plates. Yes, that's done in this the order control section. All right, let's look at the other buttons. Okay, so this one is to view and print the kitchen slip. For example, I've just placed an order here. Yes, okay. Once I've ordered, clicking this sends it to the kitchen, but I also want to see it as a floor staff member. I want to double check. Sometimes I'm not quite sure, not entirely certain. So for the slip going to the kitchen, I want to preview it first. So I click this print order button. This print order is for the kitchen slip. Okay. Oh, once it looks okay, then I send it to the kitchen. All right. Yes. And these are for scrolling through the meals, both up and down. And this is for selecting the language. Now this works the same way as it does for takeaways. It's for the meals. If they want to change to vinegar, add some extra salt, or request no MSG, things like that. So this is exactly the same as the takeaway system. Now, these are the table functions. For example, changing tables. If I want to move from table 16 to table 8, I can simply check which tables are available. Oh, tables 12 and 11 are both free right now. So let's go ahead and move it to table 11. Okay, that's how it works. Or you could say, see a good friend and want to sit together with them. If your friend is at table 18, you just click it and tables 16 and 18 will be merged together. And this button here is for moving food items. Just moving a specific dish like this one here. I want to move this beef fried rice to another table, so I can just move it over like that. This is for reservations, and this is for VIPs. For instance, if table 16 is very important or the guest is a VIP, then table 16 will need special attention. Now let's go back in and take another look. All right, that's the gist of it. The drinks are on this page right here. Also, there's a field for the number of people in your group. Why is the guest count so important for dine-in? Well, it's because some restaurants actually base their service charge on how many people are dining. For example, they might not charge a service fee for just a single person dining alone. But if there are 2 or 3 people or more, they'll start applying a service charge. That's what it's for. So, for example, if there are 3 people, or if it's a buffet where they charge per head, the system uses this count to calculate the total based on how many people there are, just like that. Okay, this is the payment section. Let's say table 16 wants to settle the bill. You go to payment, but they don't usually pay right away. They ask for the bill first. To print the bill, you just press print bill to get the receipt. Now, if there are 3 people and they want to split the bill equally, you enter 3 people here. Pressing this will generate 3 separate bills split evenly. So that's the basic print bill function. Now, as you can see, the service charge is added automatically. But if you want to give a discount, say 12.5%, you just enter 12.5 and that's it. £16 and 4p. So this is the total, yeah. So or maybe for parking fees. So let's add £3 and maybe look, this is a deduction, this prepaid part, meaning he's already paid some money before. For example, let's say this table is for a party. All right, so he's already paid £50 before, right? So what he needs to pay is just the remaining £78, right? Then print the bill. All right, so just print the bill. So print the bill, and after printing the bill, it turns pink. All right. So it's pink, then it's time to pay. Right, so you see the table has a card icon there, which means they're paying or maybe paying with cash. So go ahead. It's still clicking this and that. And then he pays by card. Okay, paying by card. So we won't print it then because he doesn't need it. The receipt, right? So just simply click this save button and it's done. So once you click save, it's okay. And this table becomes available again. So other customers can sit there. All right. Or maybe the customer is in a big hurry. All right. He says he'll pay and he doesn't want the bill printed. That's fine. You can go straight to him paying cash. All right. For example, let's say he gives £100, right? He thinks the service was good. So £100, but actually the bill was £86.50. So the remaining £13.50 is the tip, right? Then he says he needs to report it, right? So we need to print a receipt, right? So print receipt, right? Then it's done. All right. What about this table? Look, gray means he's already settled the bill and paid, but he's still sitting there. All right, so he's been sitting for a long time. So you ask him, sir, do you want anything else? So you ask him again, and he says, oh, I want another Coke too. All right, so he says, order food. Okay, if he leaves, if he says he doesn't want anything else, then it's like, oh, I'm leaving now. Then you just clear the table, and it turns back to green. If he says he wants another Coke, then go to drinks. Coke. Coke. Okay, no Coke. What about bottles? Coca-Cola. Okay, Coca-Cola. So then this table is opened again. All right, until he says he wants to pay, but he says he still wants to sit for a while. Even after paying, he wants to sit. So just reset, right? So it becomes this. Then you ask him, do you want anything else? Oh, no, thanks. I'm leaving now. Oh, no need. Clear table. So then this table is cleared and can be used for another customer. Okay. So I'm done with my work. So I'll log out.